Clay is coming home from college, home to Beverly Hills,
Who's he going with? Nobody.
and to his two closest friends.
Do you ever think about me?
All the time.
Well, you've been away for a long time. I've met a lot of new and interesting people.
This is great. The three of us together again, seeing you.
Home to the rich,
How's MIT?
It's weird and stimulating.
All you have to do is relax. I'm gonna pay you back. All you need to do is trust me.
I don't want to trust you, Julian. I just want my 50K, all right?
the beautiful,
You don't look happy.
But do I look good?
and the out of control.
I think Julian's in a lot of trouble.
This cannot go on forever. You owe me a lot of cash.
What's going on? I'm serious.
He disappears, nobody knows where, and then he comes back like nothing ever happened.
You've been busting your butt for Julian since day one, and it's a waste of time.
Do whatever I can. I'll do whatever it takes.
Where is he?
What? Leave us alone.
Juliet! Everyone is accountable.
Make me understand, Julian. I really want to understand.
Sometimes you can have anything in the world your heart desires, except the way it used to be. Andrew McCarthy, Robert Downey Jr., Jamie Gertz, James Spader.
Check me out. I'm going to make a serious comeback.
Great.
Less than zero.
Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews, movie reviews from a regular dude. Okay, this movie I'm going to do is from 1987. It's called Less Than Zero. When this movie came out, I absolutely loved it. It stars, the cast is Andrew McCarthy, plays the part of Clay Easton, Jamie Gertz as Blair, Robert Downey Jr. plays Julian Wells, and James Spader plays the part of Rip. Okay, it came out in 1987, and it's based on a novel written by Bret Easton Ellis of the same name, Less Than Zero, and I guess it says here that Bret Easton Ellis didn't like the movie to start with, but he later softened on it. He says that it bears no resemblance to his novel, and he felt it was miscast, with the exceptions of Robert Downey Jr. and James Spader. I guess he liked both of them. The plot of this movie is Clay Easton, Andrew McCarthy, is a straight-laced college freshman on the East Coast who returns home to Los Angeles for Christmas to find things very different from the way he left them. His high school girlfriend, Blair, Jamie Gertz, has become addicted to cocaine and has been having sex with his high school best friend, Julian Wells, Robert Downey Jr. Julian, whose life has gone downhill after his startup record company falls apart, has become a big drug addict. He's also been cut off by his family for stealing to support his habit and reduced to homelessness. Julian is also being hassled by his dealer, an old classmate named Rip, played by James Spader, for a debt of $50,000 he owes to him. James Spader always played a really good creep. Clay's relationship with Blair rekindles and Julian's behavior becomes more volatile. His addiction is worsening, and since he does not have the money to pay off his debt, Rip forces him to become a prostitute to work off the debt. After suffering through a night of withdrawal and hiding him from Rip, Julian decides to quit and begs his father, played by Nicholas Pryor, to help him. He then tells Rip the next day his plans for sobriety, which Rip does not believe. Rip lures Julian back into doing drugs and hooking. Clay finds Julian and rescues him. After a violent confrontation with Rip and his henchmen, Clay, Julian, and Blair all escape and begin the long drive through the desert so Julian can attempt to achieve sobriety once and for all. Okay, I'm not going to spoil this movie, although a lot of you have probably already seen it. Like I said, when I first saw this movie, I really liked it. I'll bet you, though, that if I was to rewatch it, I probably wouldn't feel as bad for a lot of the characters in this movie because they had everything going for them. Everything was given to them. They never had to really work for anything. Just spoilt little rich kids, basically. But back at the time, I still like this movie, and the acting is really good. Robert Downey Jr. is amazing in this movie, but I guess with all that happened to him after this movie, it's ironic that he played a part like this, and then his life basically became the part of Julian in this movie. But I still love this movie a lot. It says that Brad Pitt was also in this movie, uncredited, as a party goer, preppy guy at fight. I didn't know that. That's kind of interesting. But it's called Less Than Zero from 1987. The acting is very good. I liked everybody in the cast. Andrew McCarthy was kind of an underrated actor too, in my opinion. I thought he was really good in this movie. But I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to spoil it. But check it out. It's called Less Than Zero, 1987. Have a good day. See you next time.